Good day, happy travelers. Today we are talking about cruise deals that can be found. And I did find some fantastic cruise deals, but we also need to understand that this is being recorded April 5th, and the stock market took kind of a hit over the past couple days. Just in case you aren't aware, I just came back from Disney World, but I was still in tune with it. Now, what does the stock market have to do with the cruise industry? The cruise industry has put out some really large ships, high occupancy. And when the market is in fluctuation, the cost of things go higher, or people get nervous, one of the first things that get cut in terms of spending wise from a consumer standpoint is cruise industry. And there is some noise that our friends in the north are boycotting travel. So will we see that? And I have. I have seen that reflect in the pricing of some of the larger cruise ships. We will talk about it. But let's go through the industry as a whole. Are the cruise industry still having a sale? The marketing says they do. Royal Caribbean up to 800 off. Pump up the fun, go to the casino. Actually, a low-key trick. If you drop about $2,000 in a Carnival casino, you can save a tremendous amount of money on all future cruises going forward. Celebrity's having a sale. Princess is having a sale. Norwegian Cruise Line is having a sale. So all of that, the sales, the marketing machine is still there. But let's take a look at the stock real quick. This is new. This is the rolling 6 months. And as you can see, down, and down. So from about 250, 265 for Royal Caribbean, down from about 30 to 15. So, there is some savings there. I will note that if you're looking for onboard credit, if you own 100 shares of these stocks, you may want to look into it. Google Carnival shareholder benefits. They do offer onboard credit, $50-$100 per room. But hey, every $100 helps. So let's just take a look at this. This is important to not only shareholders, but the cruise industry. And it's kind of a gauge. If the high demand is high, the stock price just goes up. But we have seen that reflected in the prices. Let me show you my price tracker. If you're new to the channel, since before Black Friday, been going in with frequency, try to go in at least once a week, sometimes more, to gain what is a good price for a cruise. So I go by region, Alaska, Caribbean, and I go by cruise line, and I go more importantly by season, because if I just say, hey, this is the best price for a cruise, and you're looking for peak when the kids are out of school, the best price for a cruise is not in peak. So I'll give you the best peak price. We'll go by season, before spring break after spring break, summer break. Hurricane season is a good deal. And then just in case you're looking for Thanksgiving and Christmas to round it out. So let's start strong. Let's go into the presentation. So you see all the data, the bunch of numbers. I turned these numbers with the help of ChatGPT into charts. And where did I see the first big price drop? Just as I suspected, the mega ships. Icon class. And it wasn't a categoric, a huge sweep. Matter of fact, if we go to my Icon tab over here, there we are, you will see that as long as I have been doing this, prices have always been high. If you've ever watched one of these videos, they've always been high. So right around Thanksgiving, they were about $1,588, $1,700, and this is just for the first half of 2025. $1,700, it goes up $1,800, and now we are down to $1,300. I've never seen an Icon class ship that low. So we got $1,300 for an interior and $1,550 for a balcony. And if we turn that into a graph, actually very similar to the stock market, up and down, it is the lowest price that we have ever seen. So is now the time to buy an Icon class ship? It certainly could be if you're in the market for it. Let's be honest with that. Also, we need to put in a plug here. Can you do better than these prices? If you know a travel agent, travel agents do offer onboard credit and may have group rates available. Meaning, if you're one of those people that, hey, I'm going to go out and do it myself. I've lived that life. I go out and do it myself. I became a travel agent to do it myself. You feel free. These are the prices you will see. Can you do better than these prices? Yeah, if you have a local travel agent, you can use Google and go find a travel agent in your area. You probably have a friend on Facebook or a social media who's a travel agent. And if you don't have anybody, I'm a travel agent. Shoot me a message. I'll put my website in the link or my intake form to get the process started. But this is the worst you can do. This is the most you would pay right now for an Icon class cruise. There it is, 1306 May 3rd. That's really low. 1550 for a balcony. If we go into the next season, Icon of the Seas for the summer season, again, which is peak, we have low. Look at this. And now Icon is joined by Star of the Seas. But if you take note, balcony rooms are just a kiss lower than they have been historically. This goes all the way back to winter. And then the interior rooms are the lowest that they've ever been, below 1,400. Now, this is where the savings kind of will kind of stall out. So as we go out into the holiday season, so this is just a kind of a short-term thing. They must have seen inventory just not hitting the numbers they need to, and an empty cruise room makes no money. Even a cruise room at a discount will at least make them some money, and more importantly, the staff as they work on gratuities. And those casinos, they don't play themselves. So these price drops that you see here, we need to keep an eye on these, because I suspect that as time goes on, and if the market, we just got to pay attention. We don't know, but if you're looking for a deal, Icon class ship, you will see the deal right here. As we go out for the rest of the year for Icon, prices are flat-ish, maybe even slightly elevated than what they were for Thanksgiving, Christmas. So kind of a tale of two different things here. The Star of the Seas balcony is the cheapest we've ever seen. Icon of the Seas, on the other hand, is elevated. So the inventory on those two ships for the Christmas sailing going two different directions. And the same observation, of course, is for the Star of the Seas interior versus Icon, just going two different directions, one up, one down. So that's an interesting note and observation there. Otherwise, pre-summer 2026, you'll see that the prices are elevated. Summer 2026 prices are elevated. Hurricane season, we start adding in Legend of the Seas. And with 3 mega ships in the economy, again, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'll fill in the Excel spreadsheet. You can see the prices there. Thanksgiving prices, again, just not super cheap yet. Let's see if so Royal Caribbean in the near term, they lowered their prices. Let's see if that impacts Carnival's larger ships, the Excel class, Mardi Gras out of Port Canaveral, Jubilee out of Galveston, the Celebration out of Port of Miami, and quite the opposite effect. As a matter of fact, Carnival is raising their prices pre-summer break. So we'll keep an eye on it. Maybe the operations team is just too soon, or maybe the ships are already at capacity. They're not nearly as large as Royal Caribbean's mega ships, so maybe their capacity is fine right now. So if we go to the non-mega ship prices for the near term, Royal Caribbean, those again much smaller, so the prices they must be fine, because they're actually through pre-Memorial Day higher. So we're seeing some higher prices. Summer higher. We go into hurricane season. Again, the theme is higher as we go throughout it. Now, Alaska. Let's take a look at the Alaska cruise experience. Royal Caribbean for the pre-summer, that is the cheapest that we have ever seen it. So if you're looking to get to Alaska, this is the time. Go take a look at Celebrity. Celebrity has a balcony room at about $806, and it leaves from Vancouver. So that's if you're looking for it before Memorial Day, that's the time to do it. Even during summer, slightly lowered, flat-ish. Even as we go out into the next year, you'll see that as well. If we go, here we are right here. Here's the $802 cruise there, Celebrity Summit. We were on this cruise ship last year in a balcony room, and it was good. It was a fun option. It goes from Vancouver, and it terminates up in Seward, Alaska, which is south of about 90-minute drive south of Anchorage. Yeah, about 2 hours, about 145, but we'll say 2 to be safe. So these are the cheapest prices that we have seen. Before it was like $1,500 for a balcony, so now we're doing about half off, better than that. If you go into the summer period, you can get a good deal on an interior room at $586, which is very comparable to $587 for early May. And that's for the 4th of July. So even an ocean view at $658 is a good deal for a week. But balconies are a little elevated at $1,283, still down from the 1700s. But that's the state of the industry right now. So long story short, though, if you're looking to get on Icon and get on Icon in the near term, balcony rooms approaching $1,500, which is down $700 per person from the high, is certainly worth noting. So until the next video, take care.